It's 12 o'clock.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम असांखे हिन वक़्तु तव्हां किथे बि ॾिसी रहिया आहियो कैनेडा में अमेरिका में सिंध में किथे बि सना वुमेन काउंसिल जी तरफ़ां असां तव्हांखे दिलि जी गहराइनि सां भलीकार चऊं था Thank you very much everyone for your amazing response. तव्हां सना वुमेन काउंसिल जे हिन इनिशिएटिव जो कि मीट द मेंटोर आहे उनखे इलाही सराहियो आहे असां इलाही शुक्रगुज़ार आहियूं. We are very thankful to all of you. Meet the mentor जो कॉन्सेप्ट आहे उहो बेसिकली न सिर्फ़ु असांजी वुमेन असांजी जो औरतूं आहिनि न सिर्फ़ु हिते नॉर्थ अमेरिका में पर पाकिस्तान में ऐं ऑल अराउंड द वर्ल्ड न सिर्फ़ु औरतुनि लाइ पर मर्दनि लाइ बि इक्वली इम्पॉर्टेंट आहे ऐं तव्हांखे यादि हूंदो त असांजो पहिरियों सेशन जो असां कयो हुयो लेट जून में दैट वाज़ वन ऑफ दी अ वेरी सक्सेसफुल सेशन हिन दफ़े असांजो नेक्स्ट जो असांजो सेकेंड सेशन आहे असां चयो त असां हुनखे बि इक्वली नॉवल आइडिया हुजे ऐं अहिड़ो आइडिया हुजे जो असां सभिनीनि जे लाइ इफेक्टिव हुजे त अॼु जो असांजो आइडिया आहे एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप एंड डिफरेंट आइडियाज़ हुन जी छा इम्पोर्टेंस आहे असांखे ख़बर आहे जो कि मां हमेशह चवंदी आहियां पंहिंजे हर मैसेज में कि अॼुकल्ह जे हिन कट थ्रोट इन्वायरमेंट में कट थ्रोट कॉम्पिटिशन में जिते इट इज़ जस्ट द सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेस्ट असांखे न सिर्फ़ु सोचणु खपे असांखे आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स सोचणु खपे असांखे उहे आइडियाज़ जो कि अॼु ताईं सिर्फ़ु को नॉवल आइडियाज़ हुआ अहिड़ा आइडियाज़ हुआ जो कि असां सोचूं पिया त रुगो वेस्ट लाइ आहिनि रुगो मर्दनि लाइ आहिनि रुगो हुननि माण्हुनि लाइ आहिनि जो कि प्रिविलेज क्लास मां बिलोंग कनि था इट इज़ ऑल अ मिथ ये आइडियाज़ दे आर वेरी मच देयर ऐं असां नॉट ओनली मर्द औरतूं यंगस्टर्स ऐं उहे माण्हू जो कि मिडल क्लास ऐं लोअर मिडल क्लास सां तालुक़ु रखनि था पिया उहे हुननि सभिनीनि लाइ इक्वली इम्पॉर्टेंट ऐं इक्वली एप्लीकेबल आहिनि त विदाउट फर्दर अडू मां अॼु अदी फातिमा ख्वाजा खे रिक्वेस्ट कंदसि पर हुन खां पहिरियों अदी फातिमा ख्वाजा जो थोरो सो इंट्रोडक्शन उहो चवंदा आहिनि त कुझु माण्हू अहिड़ा आहिनि जिनजो इंट्रोडक्शन कराइणु चंड सूरज को चांद को चिराग दिखाने के बराबर है अदी फातिमा ख्वाजा is a member of Women Council. She herself is a very successful entrepreneur. And the remaining part, I'm going to ask her to take over. Adi Fatma, please ta Adi ji asanji jo speaker hai hunake introduce karayo. And please go ahead.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much, Iram, for organizing this such a wonderful session. I second that myth was that सिर्फ मर्द ही जेको आहे सो फाइनेंशियल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन करे सघनि था ऐं मर्द ही सिर्फ फाइनेंशियल डिसीजंस खणी सघनि था ऐं उहे ही जेको आहिनि सो एक्सपर्ट इन फाइनेंसिस जीअं औरत मां ॿीली थी हर शइ में गॾोगॾु मर्द सां गॾु हली रही आहे and sometimes surpasses them too like Dee is our live living example like who is far better than many men in terms of financial management and entrepreneurship. So thank you so much. So before we go into the live communication, I just want to talk about a few housekeeping. Whoever wants to ask question, please put that in the chat. Tama chat mein likhi sago ta chat mein likhi sago ta and aau jeko so Dee kha sawal puchi laindis agar tama ke live question karno hai तो प्लीज मेंशन कजा चैट में तो आउं तव्हांखे अनम्यूट करे लाईंदसि ऐं तव्हां लाइव क्वेश्चन करे सघो था डी जो तारुफ जेको आहे सो लाइक दिस इज द एक्चुअल सिज खे चिराग ॾेखारण वारी ॻाल्हि आहे तव्हां मुंहिंजे नाले चंड चयो पर दी जी जेकी ॻाल्हि आहे सो सिज खे चंड ॾेखारण वारी चिराग ॾेखारण वारी ॻाल्हि आहे Dee is entrepreneur. She has businesses in robotics. I don't think so I will do justice if I start talking about her, what she has done in the past, what she's doing right now. I will leave it to her to start telling me a little bit about herself, what motivated her, like a little bit about herself, and then we'll take it from there. If that's okay, Dee.
Yeah, absolutely. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste to everybody. Mujhe nalo Daraksha Memon ahe. And I'm known as D Memon. So sabko D Sadnwa, it's an easy name to call. So I go by D. Ma Sindhi Angrezi mein he lecture or session kandas. Again, welcome everybody. Ma Sindhi mein thi start kiya. Masters in Information Technology mein ahe mujo degree. I'm also international business makyo University of Greenwich in London, and I did a master's in information technology from University of Houston in Texas. I unakapo Carnegie Mellon ma special certified professional robotic educator bhi aya, member aya NASA educator ji network ji, and munjo jeko skills, and it is in computer science and IT and robotics. Entrepreneur Jigalate thi, I opened my own business. It's not a franchise or anything. It's called Kids Robotic Academy. Zero ka start kayo. And alhamdulillah, I serve more than about 23 satellite locations. Locations it's going great and successful. A lot to do with that. Hane Sindh mein ya Sindhi hujan sama chati kya mujhe contribution sana mein bhi ahe. My volunteer, I have 14 years come Sana mein, and I have done a couple of lectures in Sindh University and other rural universities in Sindh. I wo amma kayo SSDP je through, which is Sai Gulam Qadir Mullah je through. I was able to contribute in Sindh and education part of it. So again, this is Daraksha Memar. Thank you so much for letting me introduce myself. I am gonna, without any further ado, let's get into the topic today. All right. So if koi bhi question aahe, please put it down in the chat window. I'll be more than happy to have Fatima to interrupt me and ask any question if there are. However, question and answer assigned. I have collected a lot of good information for you all. So I hope you all enjoy what I have so far for you. All right, I do see my old mentor, Hirandan. Thank you so much for coming on board. All righty, so I'm gonna get started. All right, so entrepreneur project te mukhe chayo ta galarno aj, and ideas to work remotely. How can we make that happen? Well, let's start with the remote work ideas. Keda remote work ideas and jeme asa ghar बैठे करे पैसा ठाए सगु था, भले असा अमेरिका में हुजो, पाकिस्तान में आयो, के बे मुल्क में आयो, या Canada में आयो. They are all the same things which apply across the board. Number one, which is like a hot topic, कि असा Amazon में store किया खोलूं, Amazon में business किया खोलूं. अगर ता पाकिस्तान में आयो, if you have a really good product, wo taha Amazon mein panjo store thai sago tha, and you can dive into that, and you can start making little income from home right there easily. I will share a couple of ideas in Amazon, and I'll go over both of the links shortly with you all. Just to give you a little information, Amazon seller makes from anywhere from $1,000 to $25,000 per month, which comes approximately about 120,000 to 300,000, depending on your business and the size. I like personally Amazon because the charges are much less than the other vendors that are out there. I will compare those in a minute as well. Let's dive into the Amazon business model. I'm gonna share two different links. One to talk to you about what Amazon business is, and another one, how to get the funding. If you don't have any funding to start your idea, how to get into that, how Amazon helps you to open your, to help you open your own ideas or a store on Amazon. So that's the two things that I'll be touching on. So let's get on to the Amazon first. What do we do and how do we open the store? So let's click on that. I hope you all can see my screen. Tell me what you see, Iram.
So I can see reshape buying for your organization.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. So you all can see my screen that has Amazon business side of it. I will be able to share this link as well with you on the chat window. If you guys want to look at it later on, please do so. So there are three different type of business that you can do, with whether enterprise, small business, or public sector. These are the three incredible areas that you can do with Amazon. My personal, that I have seen a lot of people in Houston, in America, and North America, and even from England, they are doing a small business in Amazon, which help to save money, save time, and simplify the buying and selling module. They have their own softwares, they have their own analytical tools that they can help you to grow your business. So click on learn more, and you can learn more how to create the store and all. Let's get into the second part of that I just mentioned in my presentation, which was funding idea. I will be going super fast on all of these because I have been given a limited time and I have a lot to cover. So, however, all of these simple topics deserve their own 1 hour lecture, and I'm more than happy to do it if need come across. All right, so announcing, Amazon is announcing AWS Imagine grant. Unne grant mein chhat hoti hai, you can also set yourself up for the alerts if there are any. He Canada and America July, particularly Ahin, you have a lot of way to fund yourself if you fall into any of these categories. Now, award package includes from up to $150,000 to award mili sage to tahan ke Amazon ta. Or you can have another awarding package which is up to $30,000. That's a lot of big money, guys, for you all to spend. So depending on what you guys are doing and how you are doing, and these, look into your ideas and look if you can fall into any of these categories. Now, some of the grant recipients, which are previous recipient, I would like you to look into those and see if your idea aligns with any one of those. That will be the best. You have to research to see if you fall into those kind of thing, or how did they prepare, what kind of grants that they are giving as a funding for Amazon. So if you look into that, research before you start applying for that. That would be my suggestion. All the information is here, who is eligible, who must be awarded, and all that kind of information is here. It does supply some grants for profit and for non-for-profit as well. So it's amazing opportunity. Don't waste it, I guess. Amazon the store to khulya, but I don't have money, I don't have funding. But here you go. You do have an option for funding these days, especially after COVID-19, and now the Delta variant is coming across as well. These fundings are going to go longer. These are at least going to be there at least for another year or so. So take advantage. That would be my suggestion. I would be going to my next slide, which is about eBay. We all have heard about eBay, right? eBay was the first one that we used to buy stuff as an eBay tahi verto hu verto, because it connects the entire world. Taha kidima listener that taha connected all the way from China, all the way from the other countries. So eBay has been the platform which has been common in every way possibilities. But eBay has a little bit of limitations. They do have store fees, which is slightly higher than Amazon. If you calculate in a way, at the end of the day, what do you get in your hand? Is that what I will calculate? eBay has store fees, same as any other platform like Amazon or anyone else. But let's be realistic and say, if you are, it's like about 50% is what you're going to be getting out of what you're going to be selling. So at the end of the day, I will say approximately about $2,000 per month you can make, which also come about anywhere from $24,000 a year to, take it $120,000, depending on how much work you want to put in there. Well, it also helps, it has a very versatile tool from marketing your brand to creating a storefront, to supply, to shipment, every kind of thing. It will help you boost your business. If I simply click on that link as well, just to see what it has for us in eBay, since Iram helped me to see that it is able to open. So I hope you all can see eBay for business, look into that as well. I'll be more than happy to share these links as well. Again, starting any business in any of these strong platform, make sure to read through it. What are these things and how do they help you with any possibilities? So there we are, and I'm gonna dive back into my presentation. As I said, I have a lot of good stuff for you all. So get into these. All right, another good thing, which we can even do from Pakistan, India, UK, Canada, name it, travel agent. Do we need a special degree for that? Maybe or may not. It's okay if you don't want to spend too much time on exam certification. Well, travel agent you possibly don't have to. Unless if you want to be a counselor, unless you want to be certified or give a credential to yourself. Otherwise, this has minimal requirements of becoming a travel agent. Okay, Pakistan mein life solution like Airbnb and VVRO and all those kind of services are in Pakistan as well. In India, becoming a contract person and become an agent and which supply advertise yourself on Facebook, on Twitter, on anywhere, any multimedia kind of platform, social media kind of platform, I'm sure you will be able to help customize the packages from people visiting Pakistan or any other country in the world. Agar tahan ke detailed degree vathni hai, then yes, there are multiple type of certifications available, which is called TAP, which is Travel Agent Proficiency certification. You also can be a bachelor's in business administration with tourism or hospitality or travel. Definitely that gives it lots of credential and get you appointed with the higher big named travel agencies, which can pay you higher dollars as well. If not, then you can become your own agent as well. You don't have to go under anyone's umbrella. So name the beautiful destination. You can definitely do it from home. I know a lot of people, even as an educator, I'm connected with lots of educator teachers and instructors. This becomes their passion, part-time passion. Why? Because it doesn't only gives them to enjoy and see, explore the world and the good destination, but it also gives them credential to visit themselves as well. Now, ilhai sara marun ke your question hundo that online taharshe booking thi wane. Why do we need that? Does a travel agent still exist? It does, because lots of people still don't have time. The more options coming out, the more visibility coming out, the more tools coming out, the more confusion happens, and you end up not having a good deal. So it's better to have a person who can take care of you, your family, and your events, for example, wedding events and things. And if you want to do it in a different destination, then travel agents are the ones which can be helpful to you. In that way, you become that travel agent and start making that little awesome commission from home, beside doing another job. It can earn you approximately about $35 to $65 $1,000 per year. And so it depends on the top 10 people, which I have heard and seen, they do make a lot of money like that. So travel agent, I hope you guys can look into that as well. Pakistan mein specifically, when we were traveling, and if you don't have a family or friends, or sometime all the family would like you to stay with them, if that's the case, the neutral destination that travel agents are contact you. How? You become that travel agent, you supply and help those people who are traveling from abroad to Pakistan. So you can supply them those kind of whatever the things that they are requiring. So travel agent is another option that you can do from home. Another major concern is a financial education. Well, it's called Asawatikro saying पाण हमेशा लगी वेंदा आहियूं, प्रेशर हूंदो आहे, पीयर प्रेशर हूंदो आहे त मुंहिंजे नेबर नई गाॾी वरिती, मुंहिंजे नेबर जे पुट वटि नई बाइक आहे, मुंहिंजे पुट वटि छो कोन्हे, उनजी धीउ ही पई पाए, मुंहिंजी धीउ खे छो न मिले. So we always are in the tremendous peer pressure or a social pressure with dealing with the financial, and we fall into that trap as well. You also have an option to become a financial advisor. How to change a culture, we need to take action and educate people. And how do we educate people? Become a financial advisor, become a financial coach, give a financial freedom, such as protection. We still don't know, a lot of people, especially in our Sindhi communities, we have no clue about life protection. How do we protect our life? How do we get retired? What are tools available for retirement? Americans that I have seen, in some ahlati, dilkyati, I'm involved all the way to the politics of local politics, I will say, not to the international. So what I see that they start taking care of themselves and their families from very early age, not at the age of 65 when they're already retired. They work towards the retirement so they can secure their retirements, their health, and their commercial, their autos and everything. Now we all take care of our home and auto in America and Canada, for sure, in England, but in Pakistan, there's no understandability yet about it. However, but they still like the idea about the life and health and final expense. Final expense is what? It's called funeral expenses. We don't care what if our parents or our grandparents pass away. The cost becomes about 15,000 to 25,000 these days. Imagine about 10 years down the road, how much is that going to be? Why one has to take a loan to take care of their loved ones? Those protections, those kind of things are available. And each of these topics that you see are worthy of its own 1 hour session. I'm more than happy to provide those as well if needed. Saving and investment, mutual funding, how do we save? How do we secure a retirement thing? So when we are old and not able to work anymore, we can still enjoy the lifestyle and the life that we had. Programs are, so we are able to have a conversation with our agents in future. That is called saving and investment plans. Debt management, but we have no clue the why our credit is still low and how does that work out. Estate planning, once whether you are alive or you are not, your legacy, how is that handled? And estate planning comes in play that way. Education, so that all is covered by a person, is called financial coach. And again, of course, the retirement plan, with these all plans are mentioned in particularly Canada and America. However, these are also the similar plans in England as well.
Dee, Fatma, can you hear us? Fatma, can you hear us? Can you please unmute yourself, Fatma?
I can hear you, but I'm just messaging Dee now.
I think that there's a problem on her.
Yeah.
Okay, Manakhala, Dee will join again.
Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience and great questions coming up. So looking at her presentation, I think so one question came up saying that is Amazon's AWS grant is only available, what is the eligibility? So we can visit that website and see the eligibility criteria there. But as Dee mentioned, that is available for North Americans, and there is a similar in EU as well. So, we just need to look at the specific to the country. She did mention the other options. The kuch bhi options bhi batayo ki just in case if the grant is not available, what are the other avenues a person can explore? And she's back on. Thank you. Dee, can you hear us?
Yes, I can surely hear you guys. My apologies for connection, I guess. That's what happens when we do online, right? So thank you so much for staying with me, and Fatima and Iram for helping me out. All right, so another bigger and a hot topic is YouTubers. And we are always like, what? How can we do YouTubing and how can we do that? believe me, it's much easier, and it's really, it's a hot topic because we can talk much about these kind of stuff. Consider hot topic like a cryptocurrency. I'm sure Pakistan में भी इलाही सारी discussion हले पे ते सावट bitcoins and सावट different kind of coins and सावट cryptocurrency आहे. Pakistan में even trade शुरू थी विया and based on that currency. I am super proud of Pakistani people to adopt that kind of currency really quickly, because that's what is going to happen in the near future. In about 10 to 15 years, believe me, that's going to be the hot topic. If you know about it, if you know how to read the market, read it and spread it by YouTube channels. Sindhi mein asawat koi bhi kone. If you guys think you guys are strong in finance, create your own channel, become the educator in YouTube. And how can you do that? Create the channel, of course, and read the requirement of YouTube Partner Program for Success. What happens in a YouTube, it's also called UPP or YPP. That YPP program tells you how to earn money, how you become a partner where you can start earning money. Set up an 80 cents account, which can help you to get more advertisements and all money to do with the YouTube. And also build brand by constant review will be that you have to follow up. I will get into the entrepreneur side of it, and I'll explain more about the reviews and how that's done. Okay, so that is it. And then another very dear topic to me is become online instructor. If you guys have a strength in any kind of thing, but you don't have time to teach or do anything, but you have lifetime of work done and you want to share that with another teachers or instructors, then go online, pay by teacher, pay. Sorry, okay. Teacher Pay Teacher, that is the website. I will log in, get onto that as well to show you all, or you can go online by yourself and check it out that as well. Teacher Pay by Teacher Pay chahe jo unme templates and curriculum thela hai, you guys can just print it out for a small money, and lots of teachers love that part. Even me sometimes have used it because rather than me reinventing the wheel, and if there is a right teacher who has done a great job, we just go and print it out. It's much affordable. That is like called residual income. Residual income means something you work on it, leave it there, and constantly get paid for life. You can definitely do that. Whether you're in a medical field, you are in IT, you are in finance, you are homemaker, you cook very well, you can crochet, you can, you want to make a template out of it, make those and put it over there, and let's see if the money starts showering up to you. All right, so that can be done easily. Well, if you are a true instructor, want to give classes in abroad or any other country, beside in America, Canada, Pakistan, India, name the other countries. Australia is one of the biggest one is coming up for Sindhis as well. Then use the platform like a Google Classroom. That's the powerful free tool available for us as a freelancers. If you want to give classes to your students, lets you communicate with them very well and very organized way. Zoom is another one. If you have a little bit of finances, get the Zoom. Zoom is particularly amazing in that. Go meeting. If you have a bigger, sometimes if Zoom is unable to host, GoDaddy will do it for you. So whichever platform is available to you, go ahead and utilize and work on it. Teachers Pay Teacher, as I mentioned, is online marketing where teachers buy and sell original educational material. So it's copyrighted, and also it's a legit work, and you can see upgraded work right there. You don't have to, like I said, go and research again for the particular topic, just go and get it. Google Classrooms are also for school and also for for-profit and non-for-profit organizations, and individual over 13 years of age with a personal Google account can definitely do it by any country. So it's open to all. It's also known as a G Suite, and you can also apply for a G Suite domain if you want to go really detailed into that. All right, that is all great. I am right on the mark of 30 minutes. I'm gonna get into the entrepreneur part now. Well, what is entrepreneur? Entrepreneur, what is entrepreneur? And are you an entrepreneur? That's a question too, right? We also always get confused, like, am I really an entrepreneur? Can I take a risk and chances? Yes, you are. If I can do it, you all can do it as well. What is an entrepreneur? Well, entrepreneur is a person which is able to have lots of patience and able to take some risk, financial risk, and a risk on the product as well. And they're able to successfully execute that, able to have an inspiration or inspire and have a team around them to really make a business out of that. So that is called an entrepreneur. And entrepreneur, are you entrepreneur? Like I said, yes, absolutely, if you have all of those skills. Okay, let's get into that and see if we really can prove that if you can be entrepreneur. Well, finding your big idea is number one, is the key. Identify a problem and research. That is absolutely key to anything as an entrepreneur. I wanted to solve education. I saw robotic education is taken in America as entertainment rather than education. And that's where I got into this. And I'm like, no, I need to make it education purposes because it does help a lot of people, different kind of children's. So, and here you go. I made it successful. It's going great. Create a solution to the problem and research what already exists. Yeah, there are lots of people who can provide STEM education and all kind of things. I'm deviating from myself to other topics now. For example, iPhone comes out almost every year or every other year, right? But we still buy it. Why do we buy it? We still have iPhone, right? Because it always comes as an upgraded version. So we need to see what already exists in the market and compare and improve it. It's perfectly fine if you have the idea which already exists, as long as it has improved and upgraded version. People love that. And you have to make sure how to put that in the front of people as well, that I'll talk in a minute. Is the business idea a business or is it a hobby? That's a very crucial part. Are you trying to just do a business and make money out of it, or it is something that you enjoy doing too? That is a question to yourself you must ask. Your expert area and a strength. What is your expert area? Are you a business-minded person? Are you a hands-on person? Are you the one who's gonna build and rely, the whole business is gonna rely on you? What is your strength? Find where you are in that little chart in front of you. How and where to find first customer. That is a crucial thing. Who are you targeting? What is your target audience? If you see the little chart, that's what it says: idea, product, measure. You have to have a measurement tools available to see if your idea is being successful or is being accepted by your consumers or customers or not. And compile that data analysis. And of course, that's what will show you if your product is really worthy to be still continue, or you have to move on to another idea. Do not stick with the idea. If you see, oh, Anya, maybe COVID achivio, maybe Bikashe TV didn't work out. Well, if it's not working out, it's never going to work out. Move on with another one. Do not stick with that. We get emotional, we get attached to those things. Learn from it and get onto the idea again, improve it. Okay, so another thing as an entrepreneur is matching the idea to the entrepreneurship. How do we do that? Number one, as I mentioned, your skills plus your hobby. Is there something you like doing it? You're fishing, perfect. Do you like fishing? Do you know how to do it? And if you combine those two, that's your talent. So I would say if you are in the medical profession, if you know how to teach, get that. And if you enjoy teaching, put that in a process and start teaching some of the students who are maybe possibly doing exams and certifications, and that might be a part that you can be stronger enough. If you're in finances, if you, just like I said, any profession, name it, skills plus your interest, your hobby, you enjoy doing it. So you won't get burned out and you would be successful. Again, your talent is what opens the opportunities because you are much confident in talking about that particular part. People believe when you believe. So if you are a little iffy about the topic, people will be, oh, so she's not clear or he's not clear. Oh, I'm not clear either. Your talent is what opens the opportunities, which will make believe the other person in your ideas. Beware of needs. Again, don't try to get into something which is not a need in the market or which is a very rare need. Try to see the broad scale with that. If you have a product, if you have idea which can serve many people rather than just a certain group of people, because you will limit yourself. If you just want to give it a start, a heads up, like, and I'm just going to target that little category and then I will move on to the bigger one. It's perfectly fine if that's the case. But again, be aware of the need. Is there a need of that particular topic or thing that you have prepared? Well, I prepared this particular part of presentation for Sindh University by SSDP, as I mentioned before. So I had a little worksheet with them as well to identify if their ideas will really work out or not, and how they can evaluate if the skills plus hobby, and that's their talent. So we had a little activity for them. I would be more than happy to share with you as well if you want to look into that. All right, so another dear topic to me is marketing your business. You have the idea now, you know you have a talent, but how do you market yourself? How do you make it successful? Marketing is the crucial key. If you're unable to market and unable to touch into any of these parts, it will be extremely hard for you to be anywhere. So telling your story, you have to make sure how to tell your story. Build your website, chasing customers until you catch them. How do you chase them? For instance, like we say, if you put an advertisement, radio advertisement or marketing advertisement, Facebook advertisement, any advertisement, in the advertisement industry, we always say that something has to be in front of you 9 times before you take a notice of that thing. That is why it is known as chasing. So you're chasing a customer until you really catch their attention. Once you have their attention, they will get into it. If it relates to them, they will definitely look at least once. At that time, once reaching out to your website should be 100% ready to make a sale. So make sure that you work on your presentation, storytelling, website, and then get on to the customer advertisement. Serving your customer after that, how you're serving, that matters a lot. Your attitude matters a lot. How do you serve your customers? How your people are serving your customers. Defining your business idea, you have to be very much clear. Not only you believe in the idea, however, you need to make sure that everybody in your team believes in your idea as well, and they are able to articulate what you're selling. Become a thoughtful leader, and that is a main crucial point as well, that you have to become a thoughtful leader. So again, you have to know about the target audience, problem, solution, promises that you make sure you're able to execute those, innovate and value product and services, value personality tone matters a lot, that you have to know how to understand and how to articulate and talk to other people. Tell your story. So that is a little wheel that I created for our youth to know that how do you make sure that you are able to tell your story. Keywords, you need to make sure that you have a particular keywords which touches their heart. Review client stories and get onto that. Like I know if somebody is from a financial background, I'll be constantly talking to them in the term of finances, that how my product will help them in that terminology. Engage IRL online, and big idea. Again, you get back to that and you are constantly working on that wheel. All right, so that is the marketing we talked about. Funding, that is the most important part in this whole series. Now, people always get stuck on that. I have an idea, D. I know how am I gonna market, but I don't have money. I don't have funding. Or if I have funding, I'm very scared or worried that, is it really gonna work? Am I gonna lose my last money that I have saving in my been saving in my life? All right, so remember one thing, when we create a plan, whatever that beautiful part that I talked about, it looks like the top picture. Your plan looks like a straight, okay, you streamlined it and hey, I will be reaching out to the rainbow right there. However, in reality, when you execute, it's the bottom picture that you see. There are lots of hurdles and lots of things that you will see and face, and you will have to catch on to those. How do you do that? Again, by planning, understand your capital option. What is required to run your idea? You have to make sure you have that feasibility report with you. You need to know contingency plan. If there's another COVID hit or something happen, or cyclone come in Pakistan or hurricane comes in America, how are we gonna be able to sustain our business for that 6 months of time period? That's why we always say, make sure you have a 6 months money to run your business without any product or without any income. So those are the understanding your capital options. Crowdfunding is like if you have a friends, families, they are interested and they believe in your idea, and how do you nibble into their money and how do you convince them? So crowdfunding becomes a part of that. Pitching investors, those are the people who will say, I'm not going to support 100%, but I have a little bit money. I believe in your idea, but I would like to participate partially, and I would like to have a profit share of that. It's called pitching investors. Look into those as well. Everybody is valuable. It's not that only person who can give you, offer you, or gives you dream of a top dollar and you ignore the rest of them. So don't do that. And valuing your company. You need to believe in yourself and your product and value as well. Do not demoralize or decrease the value or show a high value which doesn't exist. So stay in the middle and stay persistent on your thoughts. Reaching a deal, you need to know, and there is again, that particular topic is itself our worthy lecture, to know that how do we reach a deal? How do we make sure the customer gets it and they will say, yes, I would need you to come to and teach robotics in my school or my ISD, or yes, come and sell whatever the product that you have for us. So that is now overall, I'm gonna reach out to everything, the overall business plans and strategies. You need to have a sales and marketing tools available. You need to consult and maybe outsource a couple of things that you cannot do. You can hand out to someone with a little money. Like when I started Business Kids Robotic Academy, I used to be the marketing person. I still am. So if you can see me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or name all the social media, well, that's me and my team. Now I delegate it to my team. I have a special staff which takes care of that. Consulting and outsourcing. I used to do my own accounting to, we are Sindhis, right? So we like to save any penny that we have. So then I learned that I could be more productive if I spend time on business rather than me spending time in the business. So that's what I did, and I started outsourcing my payroll, my accounting, and now that's taken care by third party, which helps me a lot to focus on that business and constantly improve. And financial accounting, doesn't matter if you have third party, you need to understand your financial needs, and you should be able to question. Do not 100% blindly rely on someone else. You need to know, you need to be on top of these if you are an entrepreneur. And human resource, you need to worry and care about the customers and about the people around you who are working with you. You need to be appreciative of them. And how do you do all of that part becomes a part of the human resource, communication skills, legal agreement. We all forget all about it. We talked about the travel agent. We talked about the financial coach. We talked about Amazon stores. We talked about eBay stores. We talked about teacher by teacher. All of these businesses have some kind of liabilities. If you need to have a legal agreement to come out of those. For instance, I'm about to say disclaimer, all these pictures in my presentation are from Google. So, and the purpose of this particular presentation is particularly for education purpose, none other. So I'm not gonna make money out of these presentations. So make sure you have the legal agreement and language in there in your presentation. So if somebody is reading out, they can refer, oh yeah, she mentioned that these are not for money making. These are only for education purposes, and spread the word about the particular topic. So those legal agreements, liability insurances, and all those kind of all those kind of things fall into that legal agreements, and you need to have a dedicated person if you are unable to take care of that part. So business plan and strategy, we just stuck on that and we say, all right, we can do the marketing tool and we forget about everything else. Believe me, these all 6 tools are the basic tools to become a successful entrepreneur. All right, so I hope I gave you enough information. I'm going to open the window for question and answer. Thank you so much again. This is Daraksha Mehman. I go by D, and I'm going to stop sharing so that way I can hear you guys.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Amazing presentation. My God, you know, if somebody else comes and, you know, you set the bar really high, Dee, and it will be very hard to beat. In fact, impossible to beat, in my opinion. Just wanted to congratulate, thank you for a wonderful presentation. And also just to let the audience know that असां फेसबुक पे मॉनिटर करे रहिया आहियूं अगर को क्वेश्चन जेका ज़ूम ते ना आहिनि ऐं क्वेश्चन करे सघनि था फेसबुक ते feel free to write your message and question and we'll be happy to answer in next 15 minutes. So one question came in was, is the Amazon AWS eligibility is only for North America? I tried to answer, but I just want to get the clear and confirm answer from you. If you want to elaborate, and then we'll also go into the other things as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for asking that question. It has a requirement. It has an eligibility requirement. So I'd like you, I'm going to put the link right here as we speak, so that way you guys can go ahead and look into that yourself. Again, you don't need someone to hold your hand. So go ahead and research and find out the particular answers for that, for your need. Because whatever information that I'll give you, it may or may not relate to you. So it is particularly, as I know, for America and Canada. Is it not for the third world country? It may be. There are other bunch of grants available through Amazon, which supports the idea. It is to help and support the store. Remember that, not the country, not the person. So if you have the idea and you can win the grant, that's what it is. So that's what I know, and that's the political answer that I'll give you. I am putting the Amazon AWC link on the chat so you can have it as we speak.
Thank you. And the next question, somebody is saying that how to make an account on eBay. Perhaps they mean a business account on eBay.
All right, so how to open a business account in eBay. Again, I said all of these topics are worthy of their own sessions. It is going to take me a whole complete hour, and I would love to show you guys how to do that. But again, I am going to share the link that says how to do it. And that way you guys can have something to take home and research and work on it.
Wow. So Dee, what motivated you to get into all this? This is a new planet for us. Like, what motivated you to get into this?
My husband motivated me. Of course, I'm Sindhi, so I'm going to be constantly praising the men in my life. Of course, motivation comes from a family, and my family motivated me to do and live your dream, what you can do, what you cannot. So again, I will say, and why am I entrepreneur? There are a couple of factors, and which is my children. Like I said, I did not see robotics as, I was just seeing it as an entertainment tool rather than educational. So I got into that, and I think I'm making difference, and it's been recognized overall. So that's what my kids motivate me, because I wanted to give them that education, and I would like to see other people changing their lives as well, the way I'd made a difference in my kids' life. That's what motivates me. Other inspirational people that I have in my life is Ghulam Qadir Malla is my instructor teacher. He was my instructor teacher in Pakistan, and he motivates me. Seeing him being involved in Sindhi and all across in education, what motivates me that, hey, I need to do something as well if I know in my hands and my skills. And of course, I have another awesome mentor in my life, which is Ghulam Nabi Morai. He motivates me when I see and he listen to these legends stories and what they did in their life, and they're constantly helping Sindhis out there. That's what motivates me to be on part of the platform and do what I can do.
Wow. So, what I take from your presentation today, you don't only have to have a business plan, a good marketing strategy, but you need to have inspiration and the motivating sources as well to keep you going, because that's very important. And bravo to the mentors as well who mentored such a fine lady. So thank you for that. Dee, just walk me through. I know you mentioned a few personality traits जेके हिकिड़े इंसान में हुजणो खपनि for a successful entrepreneur. अगर तव्हां खे चइजे कि हुनी जेको तव्हां चयो कि पेशेंस हुजे, मोटिवेशन हुजे, ड्राइव हुजे, अगर तव्हां खां पुछां कि टे कहिड़ियूं इम्पोर्टेंट शयूं हुजणियूं खपनि कहिड़ियूं सक्सेसफुल एंटरप्रेन्योर जे लाइ, त तव्हां कहिड़ियूं टे स्किल्स चवंदा कि उहो हिकिड़े एंटरप्रेन्योर में हुजणियूं खपनि?
If you Google, you're gonna see at least 7 characteristics. Okay, I'm gonna nibble or narrow it down to 3, like you mentioned. The number 1 is believe in yourself, that you can do it. So if I can do it, you can do it. Believe in yourself, believe in your skills. You need to have skills. You need to make sure that you enjoy those skills. If you are making kapra, right, tailor, you need to learn and enjoy doing that. If you love cooking, you need to have your passion. You need to have your skills. So skills, and you need to have a lot of patience. Maybe customer come or not, you need to have patience. You cannot just say, I'm not making money, I'm done. It's not the part. Do not set yourself too low. Patience, skills, and I would say believe in yourself. Yeah, 3.
Good. Wow. So, people do go through the emotional roller coaster. So when they're starting off, जॾहिं कमु कोन थींदो आहे त इलाही क्वेश्चन हूंदा आहिनि कि हीउ कमु कीअं स्टार्ट कजे. पोइ जॾहिं कमु स्टार्ट थी वेंदो आहे त चवंदा आहिनि त माण्हू खे इहो हूंदो आहे कि हाउ डू आई मेक मनी, छो मूं वटि कस्टमर कोन पिया अचनि. आई थिंक सो वी ऑल गो थ्रू दिस इमोशनल रोलर कोस्टर. पर जेको मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट जेको माण्हू इग्नोर कनि था, हाउ टू सस्टेन अ बिज़नेस, how to make sure that the quality is maintained. वो customers जा कुछ जेका quality issues हूंदा आहिनि उन्ही खे माण्हू कीअं handle कजे, अगर थोड़ो उन ते अगर तव्हां elaborate कंदा त that would be appreciated.
Yeah, happy to help. Well, you have to constantly innovate yourself and in your product as well. So for instance, I will ask a question to a question. Can you see how the customer used your product? Do you know how they used it? What they used it for? Do you know your services, whether you provide it? If you know the answer to these questions, that's what helps you to constantly evolve, constantly improve your product and services. Do you think the customer is satisfied with your product? Doesn't matter. I was just watching on a Facebook that Brazil में कोई पंहिंजी Brazilian sand Ziploc में pack करे ऐं ये पूरे America and पूरे North America में sell पियो करे. Why? Because it's good, it's nutrition, and it's good for the skin. So put it as a mask or scrub or body, mix it with the scrub and use it. When you can sell a sand, it's the way. Evolve yourself, constantly review, check what your customers are doing. Reviews matter. Believe me, even if you go and buy anything from Amazon, don't you think you're going to look at the review? You don't want to invest or buy a product that is 1 or 2 stars. You need to see at least 4.5, and you want to know, why is it 4? Why is it 4.5? We do get into those details. So extremely important for our people as well, whether it's a culture in Pakistan or other places or not. We need to get into that culture to be ahead in the game. I think I hope I answered those questions.
Thank you so much. I have 2 more questions, one from me and one from Ada Yar Mohammed, Dr. Yar Mohammed, sorry, Ada as usual, Sandhya. Sawal hai ta, except researching, what are the available options to validate and verify the ideas? And have you considered franchising the Robotic Academy? That's a personal question.
Yes, I have considered franchising. It is a lot of work. I have considered, and I do have my business model already ready for the franchise. But as a mother, I'm a mother of 3 boys. Am I ready to move on and take another level of yes, should be able to. I do have another business partner who takes care of that part of logistic part of I take care of the operation side, the training side, and all that kind of stuff. So more than happy to connect you if you're looking into inventing or invest money into a robotics. Definitely, you can do that. What are the other options you mentioned about checking out the ideas that I just mentioned? Again, माण्हू तव्हांखे इलाही सारियूं शयूं ॿुधाईंदा अदा. They will tell you, oh, मुंहिंजे पुट जो business ॾाढो सुठो पियो हले. I have a person right here, Fatima. Her family is in Amazon business. They have a couple of stores. They do sell stuff from all the way Pakistan to America and all of that. She can even tell you, people will tell you enormous. People will tell you about their successes, people who could not make it happen. They will discourage you. Again, this becomes your own research. That's why I emphasize believe in yourself, research, and see if you are same as those businesses that I mentioned when I showed you the Amazon site. And I don't think I sent you that link on the chat. I'm gonna send you that part as well. So that way you can see what kind of businesses are you thinking into a business which can be as successful as the other ones. So research is part number 1. And testimonial, these legit websites or these legit corporates, these are multinational corporates. They have successful stories. Do not rely on people, please. Rely on those stories which are successful. Do not judge the box, right? Do not judge the book by the cover. Look into that before you decide whether, oh, Amazon is not my piece of cake or eBay is not. Look into that, research, please. And then you have people like Fatima and all, call me back or text me, email me. I'm more than happy to help you and run through the ideas too. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, Dee. And I would just add to your answer that, everybody has their own journey. So, you will probably stumble into something which we may not have mentioned. Well, Dee have comprehensively managed quite well, but, you may stumble on something which, you feel that, oh, okay, that could be a possibility, or this could be a hurdle. So it's your own journey. So you have to walk the journey to find the way. You may stumble into testimonial or validation, or as I said, it will be your own journey. So the last question, I know we're cutting very short. Iram, is it okay to ask the last question? Okay. So the last question, Dee, from you is that, market is very saturated in pretty much every product. I don't live in Brazil, so I can't find the sand, but, it's pretty much saturated. So how do you work with the competitors? Like, how do you think that competitor, like how we can outshine the competitors, and what is your take on competitors?
I do see another question by
Stuck again?
Other funding as well. Well, there are other to help you. We can have a government funding. And hello?
Okay, Dee, it was frozen. Please repeat kanda jo tahan chahe hoyo.
Sure, happy to help you. So there's another question regarding funding. If you are not eligible with Amazon, what are the other ways to have the funding by Dr. Yar Mohammed? Yeah, there are lots of government fundings available as well. America G government fund kandiya, lots of project in India, Pakistan, and other countries as well, and even in America, even in North America. So in high sarishing available possibilities. And again, these all topics are worthy of their own time. More than happy to help you, even guide you how to put the proposal together to get those kind of fundings. I can just quickly tell you, grant.gov is another website if you want to look into the funding. Go and check it out. What I don't know your idea, I'm more than happy to help you if you share a bit in your email, text, or Facebook Live. You can go ahead and send any message over there, and definitely I'll reach out to you if there is anything that I can support you with. Okay, so answer to Fatima's question about competitors. You need to, again, believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, if your belief is better than your competitor, robotics, when I started opening, There were only 2 robotics academy. Now I see about, it's been 8 years that I've been in robotics, 10 years in business, 10 years, been 10 years in robotics. Now I see in summer about 350 robotics company, and without summer in a normal school year, I at least see about 50 easily robotics academies. Kids Robotic Academy still surface is high. Why? Because constantly innovating, constantly making sure the customers are happy, what they are looking into for their kids, and is that really still serving the way it's supposed to be. I am in a very versatile technology.
It's 1 o'clock.
Changes really frequently. So you need to change accordingly as well in your services. So to be on top of the game, you have to be on top of your skill level and constantly improvise, improve yourself in order to be different. Like I will give you an example of iPhone. Why would we buy iPhone every time it comes out? Because new features, new skills, put the new feature and skills in yourself and you will be ahead of the game. That's my suggestion.
Thank you so much, Dee. And we are at the 1 o'clock mark. You know, I'm sure everybody who is watching us on Facebook or Zoom, if I say that the session is extended to another hour, they'll be happy to sit there. But no, we're not extending. Hopefully, if Dee has time and Iram can coordinate from her busy schedule, we would like to have Dee again for another session, but we will look into it. And if once it's announced, we will definitely share it on Facebook and on our different platforms. A lot of people wants to join via Zoom. Yes, we noted this point, and for future, we will also put the Zoom link on the Facebook page if Iram agrees with that. Yeah, so great suggestions, great sessions. Thank you so much, Dee. I'll hand over to Iram.
Thank
Iram,
you,
you're on mute.
Fatma. Thank you, Daraksha. Thank you very much, everyone. Ma hikro ta iyo jawab ta ki dindam ta Facebook te day 1 kha asan jo Zoom link shared hundo ahe. Sana जे प्लेटफॉर्म ते या जो भी WhatsApp ग्रुप्स आहिनि या Facebook जा ग्रुप्स आहिनि जॾहिं असां इहे सेशंस अनाउंस कंदा आहियूं त गॾु हुन ते Zoom जो सेशन जो लिंक बि हूंदो आहे ऐं तव्हां सभिनीनि खे असां इहो रिक्वेस्ट कंदासीं कि सना स्पेशली सना जो Facebook पेज आहे उनखे जॉइन कयो. Thank you very much, Dee. अॼु जो प्रोग्राम अगेन जो इहो जो कॉन्सेप्ट आहे उहो हिकिड़ो एॾो नॉवल novel and not so novel evolving concept आहे. ज़ाहिर आहे हिकिड़े कलाक में हुनखे encompass करणु मुश्किल आहे ऐं इंशाल्लाह असां फ्यूचर में this is the very reason असां meet the mentor session start कयो आहे. Definitely असां we will keep on doing these sessions. अॼु जे सेशन जो टेक होम मैसेजेस आहिनि जो 2 मैसेजेस आहिनि उहो इहो जो मुंहिंजो ख़्यालु आहे. I'm not an entrepreneur. Number 1 जो डी मूंखे ॿुधायो हिकिड़ो अंग्रेज़ी में आहे हिकिड़ी चवणी आहे कि well begun is half done. त जीअं डी चयो त पंहिंजी पूरी रिसर्च कयो. ज़रूरी न आहे त जंहिं शइ में डी सही सक्सेसफुल आहे मां हुन में सक्सेसफुल हुजां. थी थो सघे त एवरीबडी हैज़ डिफरेंट हुननि जी जो डिफरेंट अप्रोच आहे हुननि जो डिफरेंट लाइक्स एंड डिसलाइक्स आहिनि ऐं हुननि जा पंहिंजा जो हुननि जी एबिलिटीज़ एंड केपेबिलिटीज़ आहिनि. सेकेंड जो डी चयो त डोंट गेट डिसहार्टेड. स्पेशली असां तव्हां सभिनीनि खे माण्हुनि खे चवंदसि मां जो कि हिते आहिनि नॉर्थ अमेरिका में, कैनेडा में, अमेरिका में, पाकिस्तान में कि तव्हांखे मुख़्तलिफ़ क़िस्म जा माण्हू मिलंदा. कुझु अहिड़ा हूंदा जो तव्हांखे इनकरेज कंदा डी वांगुरु या फातिमा वांगुरु, पर इलाही अहिड़ा हूंदा जो कि जो तव्हांखे डिस्करेज बि कंदा. I am a live example. When I came to Canada, everybody told me to pack my bags and go back because I'm a physician and Canada je medical system mein enter thiyan is almost impossible. And वही कयो जो डी कयो. I said, okay, let me try. At least try कजे. पर well begun, well researched, and you will get to your dreams. Thank you very much, everybody. Inshallah, ज़रूर जल्दी ही असां हिकिड़ो ॿियो सेशन खणींदासीं meet the mentor जो. We hope to see you all. Hopefully अॼु जे हिन सेशन मां तव्हांखे इलाही कुझु पढ़ायो हूंदो. अगरि तव्हां वटि कोई बि क्वेश्चन्स आहिनि त असांजे फेसबुक ते लाइव तव्हां जो असांजो लाइव वीडियो आहे हुन ते तव्हां क्वेश्चन्स छॾे सघो था पिया. and we will get back to you. Thank you very much, Dee. Thank you very much, Fatma. And thank you very much, all the people who have joined us on Zoom, all the people who have joined us from different groups and on Facebook Live. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Pleasure having you all.